This is the Kickin' It podcast where we talk all things women's rugby league.
And stories to inspire and entertain. Come kick it with us.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Kickin' It. I am your host today, Corban Baxter. I'm missing Keeks. I've hit her with the 6-stick, so I'm flying solo, but I feel very comfy because I've got two of my chooks with me. Both of them amazing players, so happy to have them both here. But firstly, one that's done it all. She has played in both the Maori and Indigenous All Stars teams. She is the New South Wales Sky Blue and an Australian Jillaroo World Cup champ, Olivia Kernick.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. And on the other side, someone who's also done everything that she's eligible for. She's also our Maori All Star Wahine sister, and she is a NZ Kiwi Fern, Mya Hill-Moana. Mya, so good to have you on. So happy to have you guys on. I know it was a little bit late this morning. It was a bit of a mad rush to find some guests, but I found two great ones. So really good to have you girls on today. How are we feeling? So we're over halfway now from through our competition. How are the bodies? How's the mind? How are we feeling?
Well, mine's sore. Did some hard recovery yesterday. Did a massage and a sauna. It was very needed.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't believe we're halfway. It's absolutely crazy.
So crazy.
It's gone by so fast.
It has, hey.
It's just, we're nearly finished.
Especially with like the expansion, like we used to max 5 games in the finals. In fact, we've got 9 games, and it's still going fast. Like it's crazy, but
You'd think that we'd be like finished nearly.
I know.
Last year.
So if it was like how we started, we'd literally be starting round 1 this week.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
3 games.
fully,
Imagine if we were playing 3 games. Like that was ridiculous. I know. How did we call that a competition? But so good. Amazing to have you girls on. And we are 3 Rooster loyals. So last week I wasn't on, but Kiana had Bo Ved Walsh and Nita on, and they're club whores. They've jumped around a few clubs each. We've only ever played Roosters, correct? You're both the Roosters, you're only Roosters, me 3. So we are loyal gals here. We're just changing it up this week. But we'll just start off with a bit of a review of round 6. And then we'll touch on round 7 matchups this weekend, and then we'll get to know you gals a little bit better. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Sounds good. Okay, so first up we had the Eels getting their very first win over the Cowboys.
I'm so happy for them.
Oh my
They
gosh,
deserve
right?
the win. Yeah. I'm still about that win through.
Yeah.
I did see the highlight of Kennedy on the sideline.
Yeah, a proud mum,
Proud
I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so nice. So we were watching that when we were sort of getting prepped for our game on Saturday, But I'm the same. I'm so happy for them. I feel like it's been huge for them to have a right back. Rachel Pearson, as everyone knows her. What do you guys think about her game and what she's brought back to the Parramatta Eels?
I feel like she just brings so much control and experience, obviously. Her kicking game is just insane, and you could tell that by the game and each game she's played. I feel like after that win, they've really, like, it just looked like a really good team, and they were just so stoked for each other. So good to see that.
So good. And I feel like I think she put 2 tries, kicks up for a try for her winger Kimberly Hunt, like on the platter.
Pinpoint A.
So good, but
good take by her as well.
Yeah, she's been good. Do you know anything about her?
No.
No, neither. I feel like she's just come out of nowhere. She didn't start the season, did she?
I don't think so, but she's been playing really well.
She's playing really good, so someone to keep looking out for. And Mahalia Murphy I thought was solid as well.
Yeah.
She's played rugby league in the past, went to Union, come back, and I feel like she's been really good for them. They've got a very inexperienced side, so the fact that they have girls like Rach that they've included in Mahalia,
I think the switch from centre to second row was just so dangerous for like everyone else. She's playing so well in second row.
Yes.
I think that's really her position, and she's really dominating there.
Yeah, agreed. How about the Cowboys? A bit rough. They've had a couple losses now. What do you think about them?
Yeah. I think it's sad that they've lost like a few of their players due to injury.
Yeah.
Like I feel sad for Audie with her
Yeah.
ACL and Shania. But
I agree. I feel like they're big players for them, and they're the same. They've got a couple, like they've got a little bit of inexperience, but some of their experienced players, like Shania's huge. We were lucky to play with her last week, so to lose her is a big loss.
Massive loss, but also they're the team that, in a super isolated area, like especially a lot of girls relocating, they just really had to get around each other. So the culture, they've got that right up there.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes it so scary to play them, because they're working off the field, so it's going to work on the field. So even though they've had a couple losses, I'm very nervous to play them.
They've got it in them to be a really good side. I feel like when they're not on, obviously like anyone beatable, but when they're on, they're bloody hard to beat.
Yeah, they play with like a lot of passion, I feel. So they'll definitely be one to watch. Our last round.
For sure. Is that our last round? Yes. And we've got them here at home. I feel like if Kira's on, they're amazing. If she's a little bit off, they look to her to lead them, and then they sort of lose their way a little bit. So I think she's definitely the key to their success. Second game was Dragons versus Titans. Really, really close in the end, 1 point in it, but Titans got the win 23-22.
Brown, go.
Oh, yeah, so she's a good friend of yours, Liv. She's been playing awesome. She got moved into the halves because their 7 obviously didn't get included in the squad from the previous, the 6. So it's great to see Loz. Loz has been coming off the bench as a 14, correct? And I feel like she's someone that you want on the field. She's just a competitor and just a really solid footy play. So I like seeing the 7. What did you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think she's a player that needs to be on the field. Not to toot her own horn.
She'll love that.
Yeah, but like it's hard. You've got another great hooker, Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany Bradley.
So that's tough. But moving Loz into 7, I know she hasn't had a lot of experience there, but she's definitely someone you need on the whole game. Like, especially when it's getting tight, you need someone to slot that field goal. But yeah, she's a great player, super dangerous.
And she's done that already, so that's twice now she's done that this season. Do you know what her preferred, because everyone talks about how great of a 9 she is. Last season she played in that halfback position for the Titans, but obviously has sort of been pushed out of there with signing Fui and Shantae Ratu. But do you know where she prefers to play? Because
well,
I
heard she really wanted to give 7 a crack from memory.
She's just like
I feel like if she really stuck to 7, she could be a great 7.
I
she
agree.
Just needs that experience.
Yeah.
Come to the Roosters straight.
Yes, we'll talk about Strangey, but I agree.
But but she's a great hooker, so like at least she could always.
Yeah, she's very versatile. She's played on the wing for the Queensland.
I know, she'll probably want to play front row.
She could literally, that's all she hasn't done. But on the other side, Dragons, like they started slow, and I think that's been sort of their downfall, not starting very strong. But they came back, and that was all down to pretty much Tegan Berry. I don't know if you saw that she scored 4 tries. She's literally carrying that team. Yeah. There's not much more she can do to help them get more wins, but I'm predicting her for Dally M. I think she's been a standout for all of their matches. And she's just an athlete. Like, she's very effortless in how she moves, and they don't call her flash for no reason. She's literally scoring like full field tries. She's a freak. So love seeing her. She's so young as well, like she's got so much time. So really excited to see what comes.
It's so funny because like everyone knows she's gonna, like every team knows that she's gonna do something like that. Yeah. And you think of ways to like obviously minimize her having that luxury of running, but she still manages to do it every day.
Yes. 100%. And similar to Chapo, like I think her and Chapo are very similar. She scored 2 really good tries as well. Also one of your good mates, Liv. But good seeing her back in the squad after missing a week. And playing some good footy too. So that was a really a big nail biter game. I think Dragons are like just on the edge of, like I feel like they've deserved more wins. But it'll be interesting to see how they come home for the last couple rounds. Then we had our game, Roosters versus Tigers, which was a fun one for us. At home, first time at home this season at Allianz. How was it,
first Allianz game?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my first one ever. You guys obviously got to play there last year, but first one for our season. It was so good being at home. How did you feel, Maya?
I felt great out there, honestly. It felt like all of us girls were actually really connected, no matter what we did, whether it was something bad or something good, all of us go around each other.
Yeah.
And I think us just having that connection made us get that win. But yeah, I felt really, really good out there.
Yeah, it felt good. I love seeing our attack pull off, and we just look like we're having like genuine fun out there, which we are. But even the second half, you know, Strangey telling us no tries, and like we're really playing for each other, and it's great.
Yeah, I love that. I'm at the back, obviously, just yelling at you girls, but so there's not much, I can't stand on much, but the defence that you girls do is enormous, and like I know I'm yelling. I love hearing Kernick, and especially you just like ripping into people. Like if someone in the middle's not giving their all, Liv will let you know.
Like us girls don't take it as a negative. We're like, oh shit, I need to be there.
You either love it or you hate it.
I feel like if you're a professional team, and you want to get better, like you love it. Like that's what you want. You want your teammates holding you accountable.
Oh shit.
It is sort of a selfish thing too. Like if I'm giving someone a spray, like in my head I'm like, well, fuck it. I can't be telling middles off and me slacking. So
you're never slacking. You're always working hard to live. But you touched on Strangey and like some of the goals that he sets for us. I personally love. I know you girls do as well, but I feel like what he's done for our club has been huge over the last few seasons. We've struggled from day one. Very first year of NRLW, you girls weren't at that year, but we had a new coach every single year, and having like Strangey back to back, some consistency's been huge. But I just don't want to give too much away. Don't want to give secrets. But obviously, you know, in defence we're working really hard for each other. Attacking wise, you know, you hear all the praise that we get. But that just comes down to how he coaches, and I feel like I've never had a coach like him that really, it's not just like get to this point and do this play. There's so much more to it, and he really knows how to play to our strengths, and he knows each individual's strengths as well, which I think is what works really well for us. Like Liv, you're obviously a ball playing back rower, and some of the stuff that he gives you the opportunity to play makes your game so much better, and makes the whole team so much better. He gave you the challenge of like going on up against others, because he knew that would fire you up. He just knows how to make us tick. So like what do you guys think about him? Obviously you love him, but any thoughts on Strangey?
Well, obviously he's a great coach. He definitely knows all our strengths, and he will let us play to it, and I think he's built that culture from day one when he first started coaching. He had us at Harvey, so he had built like a little bit there and then brought it into NRLW, and I think everyone had just really worked off the field, and so it's just translating on the field. I think that's such a big thing in footy, but like you said, he picks your strengths and then will let you play to them, and it's that, what I love about him is that he trusts me to do like my job and my role, and he does, like he trusts everybody. Otherwise he wouldn't fucking play you. So but I love having that freedom to do my thing and play a little bit different to other teams. So I love that about him.
The best.
I think I love how he is off the field. For like us relocating.
We all do.
I'd love to know what other coaches go to university.
Saturday night.
Yeah, tell me about Saturday night class. We'll get to that later.
But like for us relocated players, he like really looks after us. So if we need to go home, like if I need to go back to New Zealand just to settle myself, he will let me go. And I don't think much coaches will allow that, because it's such a short season, but because I guess he knows if we are there mentally, like if we're better mentally, that then our performance will be better. And I appreciate him for letting us do that. And he's just an amazing coach. Like he explains everything down to the detail so everybody understands.
I think that was the biggest thing with me. When my first NRLW season, I was still like semi-fresh into footy, so I wasn't too confident with myself, but every question you ask, there's a reason behind everything that we're doing, and he always highlights that at training. Like he will always say there's a reason behind what we're doing. I've been coached in other codes and by other coaches, and them just not have a clue like why we're doing that, and I'm so technical as to why. I need to know why, because otherwise I'm not going to get it and I won't be able to wrap my head around it. But yeah, so he's really great at that, which I love.
Love that. He's just a women's coach, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Like, he's understanding. He knows, like, not to just brush over things, that you've actually got to get down to the details with us, because
Yeah.
sometimes we literally laid out for us
Yeah.
plain as day. But
Yeah.
he really gets it. And I think, he's been doing it for a long time now, specifically just with women.
Yeah.
And it's showing that he is made for it. I think, he's
100%.
perfect for the job. So he'll love that we're tooting his horn here. We'll have to send him the link for this episode. I think he'll love that. He won't believe Liv's giving him all these
No,
compliments.
take it away.
But with that Tigers, let's quickly talk about the Tigers too, because they started really strong. We touched them up a little bit, but they are really struggling with injuries. Obviously, M. Curtin, their halfback, was out. Bucky, Lasana Lutu, she...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pez went out early, but they started without their halves.
Yeah.
Pez, their captain, went down early. And it's tough. It's a tough ask when you're losing your biggest players and then trying to go up against top of the table team. And then they've also got like a really tough run to the finals now. I think they've got Titans, then they have Broncos and Knights, so 3 tough games to try to find their way in. But I think they're a great side. They're a brand new team to this competition, and I think they will grow over the years. They've got Noddy, who's an awesome coach, and I think they'll just keep their players there and they'll continue to grow.
Yeah, and they've all played Harveys together,
Yeah.
so they've got that connection there. I think when you've got such a fresh team and you lose one of your big experienced players, you do struggle to turn to someone, and because you all do it, you try to
You need someone to do. Yeah, exactly.
So-
Kezi is definitely that for them. So
yeah.
yes, you bully Liv. Okay, next game we have was on Sunday, Bronx versus Raiders. So Bronx ended up killing it, 40-8. Did you guys catch that game?
It's highlights.
That's fine.
I
What did
watched
you see?
about like 3 minutes of that game, and I think Bronx scored like 4 times.
So you watched the second
I was
half?
like, oh.
Yeah. There they go. They're starting to play really well, right? I feel like Bronx, when they're humming, are bloody good, and a team that everyone needs to watch out for. So Raiders started really strong. I think they scored the first 2 tries, and then Bronx sort of reeled them in, and then second half just had a field day. Poor Raiders just sort of wanted to get the flight back to ACT. But I'm going to just touch on that left side for Broncos. So you've got Gail Broughton in the halves.
The mad long ball she threw.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah,
We through it. That was nice.
And we don't have to play them while they're
I know. Exactly. Who scored that one? Was it Robbo?
Melee. No,
Oh,
Robbo
yeah.
did this awesome catch, like she
Yes.
always does. It was a mad long ball. Robbo's just plucked it out of the air, thrown
Yes.
it back in. It
Oh,
was
that's right.
amazing.
She put it
was
back on
great.
inside. And how good's Millie?
I know. Isn't she the highest try scorer at the moment?
I think
Yes.
she's got her a
She's
flash.
insane.
They're going to be out there.
Insane. That's
Oh
amazing.
my gosh, so good. But
Miller is such a vibe. I love Miller.
have you met her through
Two
other
cutie
teams?
friends.
Cuties? Yeah.
As soon as she walks into the room, it lights up.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna hear it before you see her.
Is she super
But-
loud? Like
Yeah.
just got a good,
But
good
she's
energy?
got good as energy behind her.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, so cool. Because she's such a beast in the field, but she seems like someone who'd be really humble and
Yeah,
a gentle
she
giant
is.
off the field.
Yeah.
Love that.
She's been killing it on the field.
So good. And so she also comes from that rugby background, correct? Was she
I
at
think so.
Auckland Blue?
Wasn't she a union girl?
Yeah. So then she's come over, but we'll take her. She's been great.
Yeah.
We'll get her to the trips as well. Awesome. Then the last game of the round was Knights vs Sharks. So Knights got the win 22-14. Highlights?
Yes,
Yeah.
again. Very hungover.
Yes, disclosure, the Roosters, girls and staff let their hair down on Sunday night. So it was a highlight sort of
It was a
day.
midday
That's-
sleep. So,
And
but yeah, the highlights. It was a really close game, wasn't it?
It was. So
22.
Knights started strong, but Sharks sort of came back and reeled them
Yeah.
in. Weren't good enough to get the win, but
I saw a disallowed try in there, but from Sharks.
yeah, yeah, it was a bit controversial.
Would have made it even.
one.
Yes,
Tiana was the obstruction, but she wasn't a lead runner. It's just a support runner,
Yes.
so it doesn't really
I remember that one. That was a little bit controversial, and that could have
Yeah.
really swung the game.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it would have like evened it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So that really
rough.
hurts.
Yeah. I feel like Knights have obviously been really solid. I love seeing Shanice Parker playing so well.
She's playing amazing.
So good.
So did she score 2 tries?
She scored another 2. Like I think she hadn't scored one until like 2 rounds ago, and then she scored like 2 a game. Like she's killing it. And yeah, they looked good. I think they were a bit too solid for Sharks. It was good. Been good to have Jada back for the Sharks though. Like she is just that little bit of X factor they needed. I think she was kept a little bit quieter yesterday. But on the other side, I think Tamika was also kept a little bit quieter. Like still obviously huge games, but we're used to seeing them breaking the line and running the whole field and stuff. So it was a bit of a different game. Yes, yeah, big defensive game. So Sharks struggling a little bit, but I feel like it's gonna probably get a bit tougher because they've had a few injuries from that game. A couple of girls out, so it'll be also a bit of a tough run home. I think they're away for the last 3 games too. So, but I feel like they're a team that have. It's funny. A couple of weeks ago we spoke about like who we think are going good, like surprisingly well. Teams that have been a little bit like underwhelming, and when we did the underwhelming one, Kiana just like gave me I think it was the week after we beat them, and she was like, so who's been your underwhelming team? And I was like, and then she looked at me like with these eyes like, don't say Sharks, and then I was like, the thing is, I feel like they've just got on paper such a great team, and they could be in the top 4. Like they just haven't been able to pull it together, but I feel like same as the Tigers, new squad. It's going to take some time to build.
I feel like when the Sharks have just had a few people, key players out with injuries, and just that one little switch in such a fresh team can make the biggest difference.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you know, like when Em played fullback against us, getting her out of the halves, like you know, that would be hard on the team and for combos and stuff. So I feel for sure.
That's all right. They've still got a chance though. So that is our review for round 6. Well done, ladies. We'll super quick, just touch on this week's matchups, and I'll get a bit of a tip from who you reckon is going to take it out. So on Saturday, first game is Raiders versus the Knights. There's a double header in Townsville. Who are you tipping for that one? That'll be a good one.
It's hard because they're both not at home. Like.
Yes, Raiders Knights.
And it's kind of like unpredictable with Raiders.
Yeah.
Because they're such a good team.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a match of the round. I think that'll be a good one. Who you going though? Give me one.
I think I'm going to have to go Raiders off the back of the loss.
Yep. Cool. I like it. What do you reckon, Ryan?
I know it's been 50-50, but I think I might have to go
Z, the Raiders. They've been good. And I've like, obviously it sucked to lose, but like to lose anyone, I actually didn't mind that it was them. We love Zahara and Littles over there, and it's been cool that they've built something really special there, and they've done well.
And she played so well, so I was like, they
played great.
served.
I'll tip the Knights then, just to change it up. I feel like the last couple games, especially 2 weeks ago when they beat Bronx, like they've just got that resilience. They know how to win.
I know. They're so solid.
Yeah, they're just solid.
To be against them,
I know. Well, we want them to lose because we've got them last round.
Yeah,
and like,
that's
we're
what
both
I'm
top of the
like,
table, so smart. Okay, and then also in Townsville, after them will be Broncos versus Sharks, which will also be a big one.
Oh yeah, wow.
What do you
Wow,
reckon?
that's so hard.
I know, these are some good ones. I'd love to see the Sharks win. I think Broncos are just too good at the moment. They're like literally on the trajectory. Sharks could definitely, I would not be surprised if they get it, but just with a couple injuries, maybe they might struggle.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think I'll go
Bronx?
Yeah.
Might go Sharks just with
Yeah.
off the back of a loss. I love like coming off the back of a loss.
Yeah.
You just want to
Fire
up.
up.
To prove. So.
Yeah. Well, they did that after the loss against us
Exactly.
against to Cowboys, and they slaughtered them.
yes.
So yeah, it's definitely in them, 100%. And then on another Saturday game is Cowboys Dragons.
We're the only game
No, we've got Titans versus Tigers and then us. But Cowboys v Dragons, that'll be an interesting
That
one.
would be good. I'm gonna go. I'll probably go Dragons.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think they've had a couple close losses, a couple close wins, saying they know how to grind it out. I think they'll get a win too, especially if Tegan Berry's on.
Yeah.
And then we have Titans versus Tigers.
Tough. We're going to back the Titans.
Maybe Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Keji and someone else.
Stella got one
Stella just
game. Actually, I didn't want to talk about that because she was so lovely. So she obviously had the dangerous tackle on me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard, and there's so much chat about these hip drop tackles.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I would like it shocked me, and I pulled all the facials and whatnot. But she was so remorseful. Like,
She
Stella's
was.
the most beautiful person, and
She was running off the field when she obviously got put in the bin and then ran past me and Jess was like, sorry fam.
Oh.
Literally, I love you, my sis.
I know. Literally.
After the game, went up to her and literally cried.
Oh,
I was like,
it's so emotional.
I know.
Yeah, literally as soon as she did it and then like running off and then after the game she was saying, I'm so sorry sis, I'm like, it's all good, like it's an accident, like I hope you don't get games for it. I literally just saw before that she got one match ready.
Yeah.
So she'll miss that one, which will be another big loss for the Tigers, so I think I'll have to go with the Tigers too. Yeah. And the last one we've got the Parramatta Eels. So they had a bit of confidence from their win last week. Literally anything can happen.
Yeah, 100%. I think we definitely cannot underestimate them. We can't underestimate any team.
No.
They'll be out to get us.
Yeah.
They've got nothing to lose, so
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
We don't underestimate
It's not a
teams.
semi-final remake.
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not me.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So that'll be a big one. So we're on the Sunny Coast.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that. So lots of footy. Round 7 is upon us. How good.
Exciting.
In the intro we sort of spoke about we've all played with Maori All Stars. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And you know, we'll start with you, Liv. Like you've played both Maori All Stars and the Indigenous All Stars.
Yeah.
You've been a part of both campaigns.
Just be honest.
we know. Which is a very unique situation. Like not many. I don't think there's any other girls that have been able to do that. Is there?
I think I'm the first girl.
First girl.
Yeah.
There is. Who's the male player that's done that?
I've
I've had a mental break. Two Knights winger. No, you're not Knights anymore. Is he Knights?
No, yeah, isn't it Dangaga?
Dangaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're the first female. How cool is that? What's like? What are the? Obviously, there's lots of cultural differences, but like, what are some of your favourite things about both camps?
Yeah, well, I've loved both experiences. It's hard to choose each year, but I think this year having it back in New Zealand was just absolutely amazing. I think the way it was run, it was more obviously dominated by New Zealand Maori Rugby League, so I think it was run more culturally and you know, it was really nice to be able to show the Indigenous teams like, hey, this is our culture and this is what we're all about, and I know from their point of view it's probably like super exciting because hopefully when it's back in Australia they can take more control of it, and I think just being able to see the obvious differences from like the cultural point of view is just I've really enjoyed it. The Indigenous, it's like they're both very different. I think the biggest difference for me was so much more language, obviously, and Maori All Stars and Waitars and all that. I know Indigenous introduced a few of their songs, but it's really hard to learn language because a lot of it's lost. So, you know, that like language is still there, but there's so many different mobs, and each mob has their own language. So
It makes it tough.
yeah, super tough.
Yeah.
So, I've really enjoyed Maori All Stars for that reason, learning a bit more language, and didn't really grow up with a lot of it, being brought up in Australia, so a little bit of a plastic girl.
You and me both, my friend. Well, like we actually, because when you did your Pepper Heart, I was like, we've got all the same. Like we're the same. We're
Pretty much
Whānau.
cousins.
Yeah, we are. We are pretty much Whānau. So I love that. Who are you going to play for next year? Are you decided?
It's tough.
Well, he's giving you the side eye.
I've always said, like, you know, whoever wants me to play, I'll play. I just want to play.
Getting tugged both ways.
But I would love to be able to play for both, you know, switch over each year if it's in Australia, Indigenous, and then if it's in New Zealand, Maoris. So hopefully NRL goes 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Really help in my favour.
I've heard it might be in Townsville next year.
Yeah, I heard that too. But
Which we've played one there before.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to go back and play Indigenous.
Yeah.
I love the girls, and I feel like I'm missing a little bit of our culture. I grew up with a lot of it with school. Always felt connected to it. But yeah, just haven't been around like too much lately. So yeah, it'd be nice to get back to it.
Love that. And like we spoke about taking it back home to Rotorua, and you were like, it was hectic. Why was it hectic? What happened? Tell me about it.
I think we just had a lot going on. Like, it was the first All Stars to be back home. I do think it should have been longer, like a longer period where we could have done all our promos and then had 1 week just to focus on footy. But I felt like we had to be at like 3 places at one time, and it was just a bit hectic.
I do love that about All Stars though. Like
That is All Stars.
Yeah, All Stars seems like, obviously it's amazing, but it is can be very poorly organised.
Yeah.
But I think that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
It's so like
It's a bit rough.
it's so unlike footy.
It's more about the community and the
Yeah.
off-field opportunities, and like you want to go there and play an amazing game. That's
Yeah.
obviously the end goal,
yeah.
but there's so much more to it. But it's full on.
It's fully just like culture and community, and then it's like, oh, at the end of the week you get to play footy game. It's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah.
And then you get on the field first game of the year, and you wonder why you're playing so shit.
So true, so true. That's all I remember when I went into my first camp, and every other camp. It's just like you do all your commitments, you go do your appearances, and then the huck is a big part of it, because I remember the first year I had absolutely no idea, and I was just like, any spare minute Kiana and I had, we were literally like practicing our pukanas, and then we were doing it as a team. Yeah. Trying to get up to $100, like that was dead set 10 cents. Oh my gosh. But like up to like 11 o'clock practicing the haka as a team. It was full on. But I love it. And like Maya, you are obviously, you're a young girl, but you are so mature beyond your years and such a leader. You haven't actually technically captained the All Stars, but you should have the last few years. I feel like you literally carrying the team on its shoulders. I know when I got to captain them, which was an honour, and I loved it, but much like you, Liv, I felt like such an imposter. I love that I got to do that, but I relied heavily on you, just because you are like,
you're the culture
guy, and you literally just immerse yourself in it, and it's natural for you, and we all looked up to you and still do, but like, how much does it mean for you to be in part of that team and that whole week?
I love it. It's probably one of my favourites. My first year, I think it was in Townsville.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone just coming up to me, oh my god, I need to practice. I think we literally we had a gym at our hotel, and they had this big mirror, and literally everyone was in there. Okay, we're going 100% facials only.
Oh my gosh.
And
I remember
like,
that. Oh my god.
And how do I do it? The uglier you are, the better.
Yeah.
I just remember telling you guys that.
Good
if you look
advice.
pretty, you're not doing it good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I think that year I was the only one who actually could speak Maori like fluently.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, that means I'm gonna have to leave the haka, and I shat my undies.
Oh, why?
I get so nervous.
Maya's like a natural born leader, so I find that super hard to please.
Yeah. I get nervous before every single, even Kiwi Ferns, and at the World Cup I had to do it like 5 times. But every single time I was like, holy shit, don't forget the words, don't forget the actions.
It just shows.
Made my own actions up half the time because I forgot them.
No one would know.
But every single time I get so nervous, and I just like have to drill in my head all the words before the game, what I'm gonna do, and then when I get out there I forget what I'm gonna do. I just remember the words.
Yeah.
And I make it up and I'm like shit.
So good. I guess that just goes to show like how much it means to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my first year of Maori's, which was last year. It was like when we were in lockdown, so it was really weird protocols. So we didn't have roomies that year, so I was in the room by myself, and I was pestering Maya to help me so much. Like, all the girls were so good. Z, amazing.
Yeah.
She was good to me. But yeah, I felt like I had pestered them so much, so I went back into my room to practice by myself. It was a bit of a shame moment, but no, but it was good. Like,
what a crap year to have to be in your own room. Like,
I
that's
know.
when you want someone so you can like practice with.
yeah, because then this year I was roomies with Jazz, and I was running through it with Jazz.
Yeah.
So
You would have been
it
her
was great.
mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how good. And it was actually cool talking, like, because Jazz and Strange, like, Strange, so cool that they got to do that together. And,
Yeah.
It was so cool that they actually went back down the coast to
Yes.
go see the Marae
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everything. And when they came back, it was like priceless, like the look on their face.
So
They were showing us, oh my gosh, this
Yeah.
is mine.
I
This
think-
is my award.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that is so
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Knowing Jazz, I've been friends with her for a while now. We've been played footy together, played Tashdale with her. So since we were about like 17, 18, and just knowing her as a person, and then seeing her in camp was just absolutely amazing. Like she dived, like she gave 110% the whole time, and it was priceless. Her face when she went back and saw her home and everything, like she was so proud, and
Yeah,
I
like so
love
she should
that.
be. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was really beautiful to see.
So cool. Because I remember asking Strangey about it when you guys got back into Roosters camp, and like same thing. You just see like his eyes light up when he
Yeah.
spoke about it, and the fact that he got to do it with Jazzy, and
Yeah.
the fact they got to go back to the Marae, and it sounded like that was something that was very special. Like he's obviously been in a lot of different environments, but that's one that he will remember forever. And I love seeing the photo of all the staff. I think Jake was there too. How did he get a start?
Him and Strangey are like a duo.
Oh
I
my
swear
gosh,
to
yeah, you
God.
don't get Stranger without Jake.
When I first met him, he used to tell me he was Maori, so
He could pass.
Yeah.
It's a training. Oh my god.
Oh my
he's
god.
been proud
so
ever
Maori.
since.
He is actually Jake DeMoss.
He's day one.
Poor is he?
Oh. But yeah, there was a photo of them like in the lake, and it looked so.
Oh,
was that in my
yes.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
Did you all get to go there?
Yeah, we did
What lake was that?
We did recovery there.
It was at Blue Lake.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you do the sulphur lakes and
No,
stuff?
we didn't even have time to.
Yeah, too hectic.
Yeah, it
too
was
much.
yeah.
honestly, I've never done so much community in the 1 week.
Yeah.
So much.
It was-
You'd have been exhausted by game
Yeah,
time.
it was
Yeah.
great though, but it was just a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I wish we did
Oh,
some
amazing.
stuff.
So good. And like we touched on you both having like obviously leadership qualities, same as you live. Like at Roosters, you girls are in the leadership group. You're both very young. How old are you, Maya? 21 and
22.
22, like you're babies. I'm bloody, I won't even say my age. But I feel like, I think you guys are nearly my age because you're so mature. But how do you find, not long ago you were just like the rookies coming through and just like making your stamp on the NRLW competition, and you've like in a year or two have like become such solid players in the competition, and in our team you're such a big part of it and have, been someone that the young girls now can look up to. How do you find that role? Like, has it changed your game much? Do you thrive on it? Is it pressure? Like, how do you find being in more of a leadership role now?
Well, when Stranger actually announced it, I was like, me? Why me? But then, now I kind of see it like all the younger girls that are younger than me, they do tend to like draw towards me.
Yeah.
And if they need anything or don't want to go to Stranger, but they come to me,
Yeah.
and then I'll go to Stranger for them.
Love that.
And yeah, I don't know, I like it. Not
It
like
suits you.
It does. It really does.
It's like you're
you've got-
maternal. Like,
yeah.
you said they
Yeah,
they drawn to you
100%.
because
You've
you're
got,
very
like, such a
welcoming.
home
Yeah.
feeling, like
Yeah.
super welcoming.
Yes.
I like being in the leadership team. It's a nice little honour, and it really means a lot to know that a coach that I really value thinks that I've got these qualities in me. But I do feel a lot of pressure, and it's very scary.
yeah.
I think it's really super scary, like even just making representative teams and then like, well shit, like I want to stay at the top.
Yeah,
I don't want to like dwindle down. So
Yeah.
I think that's the scariest thing about, at the start of the season I was feeling a lot of pressure after coming off the back of World Cup and just wanting to like remain at the top and like just wanting to be better. And,
Yeah.
like how do I get better? But then I've sort of just had to get through my head like, fuck that, like I play good because I have fun, so just like always remembering that,
Yeah.
I love the sport I play, and
Yeah.
it's just fun. So just trying to get rid of that out of your head and thinking about things differently and
Love that.
yeah, I enjoy it. I like having that leadership role.
You guys are very natural. I can relate though, because I remember the first time I became captain, I was shitting myself because I don't see myself as like a natural leader. I just find that it sort of was placed in my lap and then you have to roll with it and like, it's a bit of pressure, but I feel like when you just be yourself and like the girl, like you got people that, like that's why I love this. The first year we've had the leadership group and I've loved it because it's not just on one person. Like Izzy's obviously our captain and she's amazing, but she can bounce off me, she can bounce a few girls. We can all work together. So I think it's worked really well for us. So that's really awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. Love
You've
that.
got such a calm spirit. Like that's why.
Oh, thanks guys. That's awesome. Well, we might leave that there, but we might finish off. What we do with all our guests is some quick fire questions.
So don't make me sing, because I ain't know how to
Hey.
talk.
I know, I've got no fun challenges for us today. So
You got
sorry
chocolate?
guys. We need a chocolate challenge.
I can do some tasty.
What could we do? No, we'll have to get you guys on and we'll do another challenge. Maybe dance challenge.
No.
We'll keep that to beachy now. No, we'll just finish with our quick fire questions. So I'll give a question and then we can both answer it.
Yeah.
Cool? Alright, first one. Who is your favourite player or athlete growing up? Mine, you go first.
I didn't really look up to anybody, but
Same. Oh my god, we get asked this a lot in footy. Like, who was your favourite player? Who's your favourite athlete? Honestly, I don't know what the fuck I was doing as a kid. When I wasn't watching sport. I was hopeless.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just like,
Especially females. Like, there was never
my
a
dad.
That's cool.
No females. I never even used to watch NRL. Never understood it. Only used to sit there if my brother and dad was watching it. But I didn't watch any sport. I played netball, but I didn't even watch netball.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah,
No one?
it's so weird.
I'm similar. Like, I didn't actually really watch NRL growing up. I used to go to Shark Park and like stand on the family hill with all my mates and try to be cool. I don't think I looked at the field. And it was only once I started playing where I started following it. But no, that's fine. All good. Okay, next one. Great answer, guys. Who's your hardest opponent faced?
Wait,
Hardest opponent that you've gone up against?
Mine will be Tasman Gray. I fucking hate playing. You're so scary.
That was like direct at her.
But I love you. Like,
Love
obviously,
it.
she's a great player,
she's a
but
beast.
she is so tough to play.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really have to work myself up to play
Is that
it.
like a little origin battle?
Yeah, well, sort
Yeah,
of. But yeah, she's absolutely killing it this
Yeah.
year. So yeah,
That's
very
a good
tough.
one.
She's always been tough anyway.
Yeah. But I feel like she's just like taking the game to another level this year as well.
And I feel like I swear last year she wasn't on my side, so I didn't really have to see much of her.
Yeah.
Then this year, she was right in front of me every time.
Oh, far out. Yeah, good
Yeah.
one. Taz, yep. How about you, Mike?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
You're not scared of anyone.
That's what you gotta tell yourself when you're in the middle.
No one?
No one scares you? Oh,
Everyone's
God.
just scared of you.
That would be a dream.
I know. I could rattle off like
Yeah,
that.
You get put on your ass, you get put on your
Love
ass,
that.
but you have to put them on theirs.
She's
Yeah.
brave, our girl Maya. Love that.
Can't fear nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, who is the best player or teammate that you've played beside?
Play beside. Or you guys.
So kind. Anyone else?
Like,
Could be anyone, any team.
like their playing ability or
Yeah, anything like playing ability or just someone that you love that you play with.
For me, it would be like my girls back home.
Yeah.
Like I love playing with my friends, like my local club. I would
What's
play
your
with
local club back home?
Tanipado.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Shout out.
I love playing alongside them. It's always fun.
Yeah, cool. Love that.
I love playing it like with my Roosters fan, but I also love playing with my Doilo Dragons touch football team.
Hey!
They are the best.
Doilo.
Doilo,
They're
yes.
the black and yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we started playing all together just for Senior State Cup,
Yeah.
and it's literally just the funniest group of girls from the
That's
coast,
so good.
and we just love to drink.
I was gonna say, let's talk about touch and tag state cups. It's not about the games. It's about the party at the end.
Especially when you get to the
State
senior
Cup.
years.
I didn't play.
Yeah.
I went to just go watch. but I literally drunk every single day.
That's what
Yeah.
it's about.
Especially
got
now we
wasted
play
every
senior
single
state
day.
cup. Jossie plays with me, but it's mainly, I used to play league tag at Wangaroos, and it's with those, a lot of those girls. So we all just get our, whoever can come. Now we really black out that weekend, like everyone has to make an appearance. Last year I couldn't go because I was in Europe and I was filthy about it.
So you do that after season, you go and play it. That's the best because you're off contract.
Yeah, off contract. Me and Jossie have done it like before we were playing, so like before we played NRLW. And then our first year of NRLW, when it was getting postponed,
Yeah.
we had pre-season when State Cup was supposed to be on. And then so we were like, all right, we trained the Thursday night and we tried.
You can't miss
And
it.
then we were like, we're just going to miss out on going out Thursday night, but like we should probably get there around like 11.
Just trying to make it work.
But then they ended up postponing it because of like COVID or something. So
Oh damn.
yeah, we were kind of happy about it because we we're like, all right, at least
Yeah.
we don't risk injury.
Oh my gosh. Where are they at Coffs or Port?
Port Macquarie
Yeah.
still. So.
Where's the go-to that they go out? Is it?
Port Macca Hotel
Port Macca
is
Hotel.
fun from Thursday. to Saturday. They usually put an event at Panthers on Sunday night, but I don't know, I didn't
good.
go last year, so I don't know if times have changed.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't picked up, Liv is like the Victor Radley of the Roosters, like fucking beast on the field but loves the party off field. It's the best. Knows all the sports,
Yes.
makes it happen. She's usually our party planner, like if we've got something coming up, it's
Yes.
Liv's organising it, so
Bottomless
I
brunch
love that
always.
from you. So good. If you could be a professional in one other sport, what would it be?
I would love to be a surfer.
Yes, we've had that before, love that.
Yeah, mad sponsors
Yeah.
and
Follow
the
summer.
tour.
Yeah,
Insane.
cool, love
And
it.
they're just cool.
One other sport. Wow. Probably netball.
Yeah, nice. Did you play growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was netball before footy.
Yeah.
But
same. We're all netball.
Same.
Let's go.
I did walk armour too, but it's funny because like the same group of girls I was talking about, we did like everything together.
Yeah.
So whatever sport one went to, we all went to.
Yeah.
So we were always
Cool.
together.
Waka'ama is like rowing.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually went to the world sprints in Tahiti.
For Waka'ama.
Oh,
Cool.
And we won
Waka'ama.
silver.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
wow.
That's amazing. I reckon rowing would be intense. Like
Rowing
a
would
lot of
be
training,
hard.
but
Yeah.
like they're
Have you seen
fit.
us on the road?
Every time
After
we see it
the
on
concert,
after the
gym.
show, we're like,
Oh.
The rower, yeah, it's killer.
Yesterday it was on our gym program. Saw Tazzy leave the gym a little early.
Skip the con finisher. Cheeky Taz. Okay, Taz just like flies by a train. I swear she just breezes through and then goes, no, she's the fucking
I
beast.
I know.
Oh, she's
Must be
great.
nice to be able to do that.
Natural.
She's just
Natural.
natural.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how funny. Okay, good answers. What would your last meal be?
Probably seafood.
Nice.
I'm super indecisive, but I love sushi.
Yeah.
So I would get like the whole fresh fish,
Yeah.
like everything.
You guys are on my vibe. Let's quickly talk about our Roosters culture night. Sorry, this is supposed to be quick fire, but I'm like dragging them out. We're just conversating about the quick fire. I know, no fairy bread in sight. So we had ours. I don't think we spoke about it on the podcast, but we spoke about the granola one and there being some questionable dishes brought and questionable quantities. But how good was ours?
Ours was
I'm
great.
turning our horn
We
here.
had food
Mine
enough for
came
ages.
straight from New Zealand off the plane with some cream power.
Literally,
There
that's
was
the
chop
plane.
suey, there was fry bread, oh, not fry, Rwanda bread. Was that what
Yeah, there was Rwanda bread.
Yeah.
What were those donut things?
Oh, yes.
Honey.
I don't know. I don't know.
Pancake.
But shout out to P for making crepes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they're
Our
delicious.
French girl in our team,
Yes.
amazing.
It took me like
Came
3
through.
hours
Did it?
to make all those crepes.
Oh,
It was like a whole
wow.
stack full, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They were
They
delicious.
They were great. They
It was
were fresh
actually a
from
real
France.
We had
culture night.
Strangey's favours.
Oh my god. Tell the viewers about it.
It looks
Oh,
like
it
vomit. Looks like my
literally.
vomit from Southern.
Oh my
Didn't
god.
taste it though. I know all the nice girls. Oh, have some.
I know. Oh, that was me. It actually didn't taste as bad as it looked. I felt so bad. No, everyone was like bypassing. I was like, I'll have some. But I feel like his first one that he made for whatever it was like
Yeah.
amazing. It was laid perfectly. He
He
got real
didn't
lazy
really-
after the third
Yeah.
make. It was just
Just-
like chuck in and roll
He's settled in.
sponge and jam cake there. Tip some custard on top. It was
Yeah.
And
not
then
bad.
is he having a competition?
Yeah, Izzy did a good pad. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think we win the culture night. Sorry, Sharks.
We do. 100%.
Okay, most used app on your phone.
Probably TikTok
Nice.
or Messenger.
I did go off TikTok for a bit because of that reason. I was waking up, going to bed. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So I deleted it, and now I don't go on it as much.
Yep.
But probably maps for work.
Yeah, that's a very practical one.
Maps, yeah. But if it was social media, on Instagram a bit, I think.
Yeah,
Which
same.
one
No,
is
maps is good. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one
It's
before.
maps,
I'm
yeah.
the same. Literally, I would have to do that to get home now. Like, I'm the worst with
Yeah.
directions.
I've got to drive clients around, so
Yes.
disability work.
Okay, quickly. Okay, sorry, I should have already asked this. Let's talk about, before we finish off our last 3 quick fire questions, what do you guys do outside of work? So you just touched.
Yes,
What
I
do
work
you
for
do?
Portability. I'm a support worker.
Yeah.
I love my job. It's super rewarding, and we do community access. So I go pick up my participant, and then I just take them out for the day. Usually I'll message them the night before. They'll let me know if they want to do anything. If they don't know, then I'll plan something. But I love it. They're so cool. It's just so much fun. We just go for walks, have lunch. In Queensland, I work up there too because the company's up there. So I love it up there
Yeah.
because it's always hot, and
Just go to the
a
beach.
lot of my participants love just like laying in the sun all day, and I'm like,
Not mad about it.
I'm down for that. So yeah, it's great.
So cool. So Keegs and his name's
Steve,
Steve,
Yeah.
like legends.
Yeah.
They have taken that like
they're
from nothing to the hugest thing
honestly
ever.
amazing.
It's
The
doing
way
such good work.
they've marketed it, and just like they just have a lot of passion about
Yeah.
it. So it's obviously going to thrive if your head's in the right space.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. Like I work with one participant, Maddie, and he'll love to go into the head office, say hey every morning. But what I love about it is the office is such like an open space. You've got like Steve, the owner,
Yeah.
and all the managers, but it's like everyone's on their own like working in a group desk, and you're in your own sections, but it's such an open environment, and you feel
Yeah.
welcome. And like my manager Brandon and that Keegs and Steve, they'll all just welcome you with a kiss and a cuddle, and
Yeah.
it's just so beautiful. I love
So
it.
cool.
I love my little work fam.
Yeah, because Steve, I've been in touch with Steve and Keegs over the last couple of years. I'm really bad. I haven't been actually able to get out and do the work. I'm being a little
You're
bit busy
a
with
busy
my
woman.
with my fam, but no excuse.
Yeah.
Like it's still on my mind to go out and do
Yeah.
some stuff. But it was really cool playing up in Queensland the other week and having Keegs and some of them
Yeah.
there and what was her name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, and you do some work with her over there.
Yeah,
she
she's
was
the one that
amazing.
loves the little tan day at the I love Ness. She's
She
so
had a
beautiful.
great little personality.
Yeah, she's awesome. She just loves the girls.
Yeah.
Loves Chapo as well. 'Cause,
Yeah.
me and Chapo work with her. But yeah, she'll wish me luck before every game,
Oh,
and
so
she's
cool.
just beautiful.
Oh, I love hearing that. And you can see you really like that when you talk about it. So
Yeah.
love your work that you're doing
Yeah.
there, Liv. Hopefully we can do some if I get involved, do they do like stuff with a couple, would you ever go do stuff with Chapo and others or is it more
Yeah. Like if they get someone for the first time, you go out on a booking with someone, and
Yeah.
they'll usually put you with someone that you know.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
really fun.
How cool. What a rewarding job.
Yeah, super rewarding. Which is
Amazing.
what I love about it.
Yeah, cool. Love that. And how about you, Mike? What's keeping you busy?
Short and sharp.
I forget you're a baby, so you're probably just...
I do some work with Minifit. It's Anthony Minichello's business.
Oh, cool.
We,
Yeah, I've heard of that.
just go into schools and do different skill clinics, and sometimes I also work with the NRL.
Yeah.
Go into schools as well.
And do that sort of stuff.
Yeah. it's
Love
fun.
that. Well, we need to get you part of CK Athletic.
Fine.
Coming to the Shire, we need some more coaches. We've got so many kids that are joining our program, so if you need some more work,
True.
hit us up. Cool, love that. And you've already got the experience, you've been coaching. How cool. Oh, that's so good to hear. Love that, guys. All right, let's go back into our last couple of questions. What's your, this is going to be a hard one, favourite song? Really put on the spot here. When someone asks me my favourite song, I'm like,
I'm loving my country at the moment.
Yes.
Luke Combs.
Luke Combs, love that. I'm loving Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
He's great. Yeah. You, mate?
I have no idea.
Maori. I feel like every time I get in a car with you, it's your Maori vibes.
Yeah, actually, I'm always playing Nelly songs.
Yeah.
It is.
So probably just any come up with song.
Yeah. Love it.
I love it. Love the energy at home.
Yes. Oh yeah.
In the shower.
together.
In the shower. No, it's so funny. I'm always on FaceTime to PJ, my boyfriend, and I'll be in my room with my door closed, and then she's in the shower, and then PJ's like, who the fuck is that? Fucking belting it out of the shower. It's the best.
That's so good. Oh, the best was last week when I brought Brody up into camp and I just like caught you like showing him the little Maori
So
Takura tribe. I've been playing that at home for him now. He loves it. His eyes are glued. He's obsessed. But I'm like, yes, I need to play. Because I've been playing like bloody Miss Rachel and
that's
like
like
all these like.
So
Yeah.
cute. That's like Scucky
No,
said in
no.
camp. She seen her baby, you know that white tie that we made up
Yes.
in camp. She
Love
would
that
sing it
one.
to me when he was asleep when she first had him. And
Yeah.
I think he loves
Oh,
it.
hair kankanor. Is that?
I just remember
yeah,
that.
that one.
Did we even name that?
I just call it that. That was the first line.
I think we were meant to give it a name, but I totally forgot.
That's just always stuck with me. So I'm like, okay, when I have kids,
Yes.
I'll
Yes. So good. Okay, I'll have to teach Brody that one for sure. What's your favourite TV show or series at the moment?
The Blacklist.
She's always watching it religiously.
Okay. Is it on Netflix?
Yeah,
Okay.
season 8.
Wow, that's a commitment.
I'm not really like, I will binge and then I will stop.
Yeah.
But what did I want to start? I will need to get back into my Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
watched the whole of Grey's
People love that. I've
Anatomy.
never
got
I
into that.
love Grey's
Well, I need
Anatomy.
it. Well, because it's on my account back in Queensland.
Yeah.
So I need to get
Get back
the
into
information
it.
as to what episode I'm up to.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Good records. Good records. And last one. If you weren't a footballer, what would you be? Doesn't have to be. A bit louder, Maya. A little bit louder.
A mother. Not me. Yeah.
Give us another 5 years at least, please.
Yeah.
Would you be a mum?
Nah.
What? Yes, I would. Your face says something else.
You so would.
You would.
I would.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that. But just give us a few more years.
Yeah. A few minutes. 25.
Yeah. No, that was a good answer. I love
Would
that.
you?
You can do both,
Yeah.
Can do both.
but just not yet.
Yeah. Hold it up.
A couple more premierships for you.
I would agree. I have no idea.
That's fine. You're young. You've got many more years. I had no idea what I wanted to do until I probably still don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just floating around,
Just
doing a bit of this and
going
that.
with the flow.
Yeah. What about you, Liv?
I actually think about this all the time, and I feel like that's why I fell into footy because I was like, fuck, I've got nothing else to do. I started when I made Harvey's, and then I was like, well, I was 18, so I was like, better just train. I'm not really doing anything else. I was working at a bar and going out every weekend, so
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe some juggling comes into grace.
I can just see you traveling the world. And like,
Yeah,
just
no,
living
that
it out.
definitely. I think I would have just worked my hospo jobs, and because I used to work a lot, and then I would just, when you're a hospo worker, you always find time to go out with like your hospo friends. So I would save heaps, and I think I would just be traveling
Yeah.
heaps, doing Euro summers that I can't do.
Actually, it's the one thing I want to do, but it's right when footy season's on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's fine. Oh, well, that's been a great chat, ladies. Thank you so much. I know it was last minute to get you guys on. Thanks, Maya, for sleeping in and making me wait. Just joking. I'm so appreciative that you came in and chatted some footy, and we got to get to know you girls a little bit better. Best of luck for the rest of the season. May we all stay healthy and safe and injury free. But no, I really appreciate you guys coming on and chatting with me. So thank you.
Thanks for having us. It was fun.
It was fun.
Was this your first potty?
Yes.
Yes, it
We've
was.
done. Yeah, first one.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. No, appreciate you guys.
guys.
No, you were great. So good. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll chat to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.